Okay. And as usual, we are live first on YouTube. Good morning, YouTubers. And now we are going live with Facebook. Good morning. And let me just see if this will work today. But yeah, we're pretty good. I think we're actually in a pretty good situation here. So if anybody's live this Monday morning, would love to know. And trying something new here. Here we go. Aha, it does work. Okay, cool. I just texted myself automatically with that I'm actually live. And so that's kind of weird. I hope this works for you guys later on too. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing some of the stuff that I'm using to syndicate the show as well as get text notifications if you'd like when I'm live. So good morning, Brian. Good morning, Yvonne. Oh my goodness, your little icon looks hilarious with your little... Is that like Snapchat or is that Instagram that you do that? Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, Gabriel, nice to meet you here. But good morning, guys. It's my morning cup of joe. It is Monday morning. And as you'll notice, I have a digital timer. I have come of age into the digital realm, and now our clock is pretend. It's not a real clock anymore. But for those of you who are new to the show, welcome here. And what we do, we shoot the breeze for about 10 minutes, and then we get to the topic at hand. And today I'll be sharing some of my Livestream software that I love and have been using for months now. And it could be pretty random as far as the topics are concerned. So it could be photo, video, live stream. It could be food and fitness. It could be family and faith. Or it could just be entirely random. It's true. I'm just kind of like that. But anyways, good morning. Gabriel says, good morning. I'll leave soon for a wedding. Whoa, Monday morning wedding. Wow. Congrats. And have fun and hope you survive. Where in the world are you, Gabriel? Adam, hello, Poland is in the house. So, all right, here we go. And so I can see all your comments here, but I can't see potentially anybody on YouTube. So if you're there and would like to converse, that'd be great. And you can just type in the comments because I like to chit chat. It's like more fun. It's no fun just to hear me talk. So Deepak, good to have you here again. It looks like we're going to be regular coffee buddies. Yeah. Andras, my fellow Calgarian. Good to have you here, man. And today we are going to be talking a little bit about live streaming because, as you know, I'm a bit dedicated to the medium. I still believe this is the future of communication until we get into VR, AR kind of stuff like that. But that's going to be a while yet. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I'll dive deeper into these two different softwares on another day, but this is just going to be a brief overview of what they do. So Jermaine, good to have you here. And Gabriel says he's in Puerto Rico. Wow. And the couple is coming from the US. That's awesome. So that sounds like fun. It sounds like a hot place to work. Heat, it does body good sometimes. All right. But yeah. So what else are you guys up to this Monday morning? I have my very first coffee. Anna, good to have you here. Oh man, it's kind of like I like to see all my friends show up. Andras says, love you, Dave. Andras, love you too. And remember, you are honorary Dave. It's true. It is true. So I don't know. Adam says, I have baby girl in December. No way! Adam, is number one? This is number one, right? Number one, baby girl. What? That makes my heart happy, Adam. So I'll pray for you. Happy, healthy mama, healthy baby. That's all you can ask for. Jermaine says, hey dude, good morning. Good morning, Jermaine. And Gabriel says, heat is bearable, not the humidity. Oh yeah. See, these are like only problems like a wedding photographer would understand, right? Like going from air-conditioned, ice-cold room into the heat of the day. It's like, what just happened to my glass? Adam says, first one, December 24th. Christmas Eve, baby? You're kidding. Oh, man. Okay. I think for those of my friends who I know have special birthdays, whether they coincide on like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. My son was born on Friday the 13th. Does that count? No. But I always think that it's a blessing because nobody will forget your birthday. And also the other side of it is hopefully you get twice as many or more gifts to make up for the fact that they could just lump one big gift on you. But I think sometimes the big gift is rocking. Okay, just saying. Okay, but Khan, good to have you here. James, good to have you here too. Mariana, good to have you here. Hello again from Villahermosa, Mexico. Hello, Mariana. I'm so glad you came back and joined us. Chris, hey yo, Mr. Drummer, did you get a text? I got a text, and so the only two people signed up on text right now are Chris and me, I think. But anyways, Adrian, good morning. Chris says the text alert worked. Yes. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about limitations of text. Chris, you guys should do live from your show, from your bands, man. That'd be kind of cool, actually. But I don't know how that would work for sound. That would be kind of difficult. But just saying, it would be cool, right? Then you could take us on tour with you. Wouldn't that be amazing? Take us on tour with you. Anyways, this is such a weird thing because, as you know, my schedule has been a little bit more sporadic than usual. So I figured out a way that you can sign up and I can text notify you, and you just get a little link and you click on the link and it opens up the Facebook app so that you can come join me live, even though it's a random time. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty incredible. And I pledge not to spam you with stuff. And anybody who's actually, I'll confess this later on, but anybody who's actually like been on my email list, like for Not So Ancient Chinese Secrets, I think I've never emailed you in like 4 years. Is that bad? Sorry. I'm about to email everybody. And so, well, that's going to happen. So Anna says, what happened to your other timer? The other timer was fine, except when I went to, excuse me, this view, you couldn't see that other timer. And also my boys are using the time timer when they game and go on their screens. And so it is being released for that. I do miss my physical time timer, I must admit. Chris says, the only bummer with the text was that I got it after you started. Yeah, and so I'll just kind of shoot the breeze for a couple minutes anyways. And so there's a limitation to that text software or service. You have to pay for it. But I believe they can maximum send 60 texts a minute. So one a second, I guess. And that's not a limitation for me because I'm not really that important and have billions of texts to throw out. But I thought it was kind of neat because then you don't have to worry about, checking your Facebook notifications. And everybody's got their phone on them anyway. So yeah, thanks for letting me know, Chris. Herman, good to have you here. And Adam says, I try to use OBS, but I could not connect D750 to computer. Yes. Okay. So there's hardware involved too. But we'll talk about OBS as well. But yeah, definitely. We're almost there. We've got 1:34 to go. So yeah, what else is up in life, gentlemen and ladies and children of all ages? If any of Toby's friends are watching, hello, good morning. And yes, he does not approve. Anyways. This weekend, we went for an epically long bike ride. It was insane. We went it wasn't that long. I mean, okay, sorry. We live in the foothills in Calgary, and so it was long because it's kind of like not mountainous terrain, but it's really hilly. And so that means my 12-year-old had to keep up with us. And I've got like shoe clips, and so does Quinn. And so he actually is riding his grandma's old bike. And so it's quite the feat for him to keep up with us. And he did. I was so impressed. Way good to have you here, another fellow Calgarian. This is like the Calgary Club, man. We should like totally like change our names to Dave, call it the Dave Show, and move in together. That sounds weird. Sounds like a cult. Forget it. We're not doing it. Okay, all right. That would be kind of weird. 40 seconds to go. The suspense is killing me. Anyways, not really, but you know how it is. I should also note that you can always sign up for text notifications when the show's live over there. Over here. So links are in the description, and I promise not to spam you because I don't know how really. It's a service that I pay for that I can text you just so I can be less lonely when I'm on the show. That's desperate times, I tell you. Anyways. Oh, 0. Oh, means we have to start. Okay, well, welcome to the show, guys. Thanks so much for being here this Monday morning. And as always, this is kind of a random time zone that we start. But what we normally do, for those of you who are new, we shoot the breeze for about 10 minutes. And then when this arrow disappears and this clock disappears, this timer disappears, then we talk about anything covering food and video and live streaming. And live streaming is it today. Or we talk about food and fitness or family and faith. But anyways, let us get to the topic at hand. And today we're going to talk, actually, before we do that, I want to make some announcements which are pretty basic. And one of them is that you can now never miss a live show. You can sign up and get text notification whenever this show goes live. And yes, that means I will know your phone number. But no, I will not spam you. And for those of you who have ever signed up for the email notification for Not So Ancient Chinese Secrets, in the last 4 years, I've sent, I think, 1 email out. I'll try to rectify that because I do want to let people know that you can sign up now for the show. We've morphed a lot since then. But yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, I don't spam people because I don't like to get spammed. And you want to treat others like you want to be treated, right? Yeah? Okay, all right. Well, that's all for the announcements. And right now, there's 2 pieces of software that I use every single time I've been streaming for the last 3 months. And one of them is free and one of them is paid. And the paid one is a service called LiveLeap. But before we get into that, let's talk about OBS. And OBS, for anybody who's looking at live streaming, you've probably, and something more than just live streaming from your phone, you've probably heard of OBS. It's Open Broadcaster Software, I think so, or Studio. Open Broadcasters Studio? That doesn't make any sense. OBSS? Never mind. BSS. Never mind. But this is great free software. And people complain because it's not intuitive compared to, like, let's say, Wirecast, which is a $500 piece of software. But actually, I found it easier to use because literally you just add a camera, add a microphone, and then you're up and running, right? But the problem is sync issues. A lot of people have sync issues with their audio and their video looking like a bad Chinese movie because your lips aren't syncing to your audio or your video, okay? So I can understand that. But here's the real problem, okay? So OBS, even if you fix the audio sync problems, they also tend to drift out of sync. So you could start perfectly locked in sync, and then it drifts out of sync. And then it locks back in after a couple minutes of being totally wacko. And so it took me months and literally, I think a month of actually bad live streams. And those of you who are here in April can attest to it, before I figured out how to fix that. So anyways, I did make a tutorial that you can actually purchase to figure out how to use OBS and make it look as good or better than Wirecast Studio, which is a $500 piece of software. And that's in the links in the description as well. And as always, I always update the links. So if anything changes with this particular show, I'll put them in the description too. Okay, but here's the other piece of the puzzle for OBS. Why I love it so much is because it gives me a lot of control. And I'll talk a little bit about other services, but one of the biggest services that I love is LiveLeap, okay? So let's move on from OBS, and that's how I need additional hardware, and I've actually talked about the hardware that I use, the Blackmagic Web Presenter in ChineseSecrets.com. You can go there and take a look for the actual reviews of it. So not perfect, but great to get like a DSLR to get like great quality and a 2-camera system into your computer very easily and quickly to get streaming, okay? But the one service that I would highly recommend if you want to increase the awareness is going to be a software called LiveLeap, okay? Now, LiveLeap is a little bit weird because what it does is I guess it's most useful if you're part of different pages on Facebook, and so it's Facebook centric, okay? And then also if you've also got different pages and your personal profile, right? And so for me, for example, I've got DQ Studios, I've got Motiboto, I've got Livestream Geek, and I've got Not So Ancient Chinese Secrets as pages. So that's 4 pages, right? And I've also got my personal profile where I'm doing this live, all right? But it's a real pain in the butt to have to manually share if you just, let's say you do a live from your work page, right? So let's say I did a live stream from Not So Ancient Chinese Secrets page on Facebook. Well, I would have to sit there and manually type and make you wait for me while I shared it onto my personal profile. So what LiveLeap does is it automatically shares your video, your live stream, to your pages and to your personal profile as you wish. And so inside of LiveLeap, there's what they call the router, and where you can determine, okay, if you're broadcasting from your work page, then you can also put a link to it automatically whenever you go live within a couple of seconds on your personal profile, on this Facebook group that you're part of, or even also on another page, okay? And so that's why sometimes you'll see in your stream, if you follow Not So Ancient or DQ Studios or Livestream Geek, that it says syndicated by LiveLeap, right? And so LiveLeap is a service and it's paid, okay? So I think they have a trial for 7 days for $1, and then after that, it's $20 a month, okay? Now, let's take a closer look at what LiveLeap does. So it's a little bit misleading, and so stick with me here, okay? So you just share to one page or your personal profile on Facebook, and then what this software will do is allow you to automatically share that onto your own page profile or multiple pages as well, okay? So the only problem here, so you see here there's icons for LinkedIn, so it can also share onto LinkedIn, which is also nice. And you can also tweet a link and people can show up on and it gives you a link to your Facebook live stream. And that's kind of cool. Now there's two other options that are optional, okay? And one of them is the text option. And that's what I announced today, is that you can sign up and get a text notification when we go live, okay? Now, there's also another option that you can actually sign up and get an email notification, but I don't pay for that service, okay? Now, the thing is, they're not very clear about on the LiveLeap website, and I've given them some grief about this, is that they don't let you understand that you have to pay additional companies and sign up for additional services to get email notification whenever you go live to send out emails, or whenever you go live to send out texts. And then you've got to actually go and sign up to SendGrid for email and pay SendGrid, like starting at $10 a month, an additional $10 a month, or you can sign up with Twilio, which is a service that helps them send out text messages, and that's pay as you go. You need to pay like $1 per phone number that you have, and then I believe it's like 0.0075 cents per text that you send, but it's pay as you go. There's no monthly fee, it's just pay as you use, okay? So I thought that was kind of weird that they didn't really explicitly say that, oh yeah, by the way, there's extra fees for if you wanted to text people or email people when you go live, because it's kind of a weird thing, but I do like their service because it has helped me broaden the audience, and also automatically share, so I don't have to sit there and do that, because it's already consuming enough in my mind to try to figure out how to best present. And in OBS, I figure out all the graphics first and all that, but then to have to share it to all my different channels would be a lot more work. And so I'd rather just have something automatically do that for me. So check that out. We've got links in the description as well. That's it for today. And if you guys are live streaming, I'd love to hear from you guys too. And if you guys need help, of course, there's Livestream Geek there for you too. But yeah, Chris says, is it just me or is the audio out of sync? I hope not, but if it is, let me know, because this is one of the first times I haven't restarted my computer before going live. I find that sometimes I have to restart or else my sync goes wacky, because I think it's just using too many resources. But in OBS right now, the way I've got it set up, and I do have shared my settings in the description. It is a paid option, but it's only using 24% of my CPU, but I have a feeling other things are going weird. So I do try to restart my computer before every time I go live, but I did not today because I was in a rush. But yes, and so that's all I have for today. And yeah, thanks for being here. And again, if you guys would like to get a text notification, not spammy, from me whenever I go live, just go to the links and sign up over there. And yeah, that's all I have to share. Thanks for being here, guys. Chris says it is out of sync for me. Darn it, I'll look on the rebroadcast too and see what happens. But we'll fix that by restarting the computer next time. Thanks, guys. So peace out. Happy Monday. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow in the next live stream.